What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? This is gonna be a care video for red-tailed boas. I haven't made one yet. I've been meaning to, just haven't gotten around to it. This is my girl Rosie. As y'all know, Colombian red-tailed boas are very easy to keep. However, I do not recommend them for a beginner snake because of the simple fact, I will show you. Give me 1 second. They're not giants, but however, they're not small, as you can tell. She is not wanting to let go. And for those of y'all who are like, see, that's why I don't want a snake, blah, blah, blah. It's not her acting aggressive. She's just scared she's going to fall. And, yeah. And obviously you guys can see she's still not done shedding. She's still got some skin left on her or whatever. But, Colombian boas, particularly, are very docile snakes. And to be honest, I haven't had her as a baby. I picked her up about 2 months ago from a guy who pretty much raised her all her life. She's about 5 years old, and she's a female. And for those of you who know about snakes, females get bigger than males. She probably has another 3 or 4 feet left to go till she's fully grown. She is an adult, but they will continuously grow like we do over our lifespan. They're great eaters. They feed on frozen or live. I always feed my snakes live because of the simple fact that if they ever did get loose or anything like that, I want them to still know how to take care of themselves and whatnot. So that's why I feed mine live. She's trying to say hey. What is it? I know a lot of people say that, Suriname red-tailed boas are true red tails and all this other kind of stuff. You know, it ain't that big of a deal. There ain't much difference. Surinames, honestly, in my opinion, make worse pets than these guys because they are more jumpy and they have more of an attitude. But this girl, I watch TV with her. I go outside with her. I mow the grass with her. I mean, she does everything I do. Almost. Like I said, I don't believe they're a beginner snake by any means, and of course that would happen. Hello? Hey. No, she's at church. Yeah. Sorry about that. Either way, damn, every time I try to make a video, my phone goes off. Anyhow, the basic thing about it is they need a hot spot of about 90 degrees, 92, but max 94. You don't want to go over 94. With a, cool spot of about 85, somewhere around there. You can tell she's still shedding. Her eyes are kind of gloomy. And a lot of people say when snakes shed, they're actually more aggressive. As you can tell, that's not true. She is just the same as she would be any other time. She's a great girl. She really is. But back to what I was saying before the phone rang, I don't believe that they are beginner snakes because of the simple fact that they do get bigger than what the average person is willing to grasp. Ball pythons normally only get 4 to 5 feet. They're not that big of a snake. Ball pythons, to me, I don't care for them, but they are a great beginner snake. They can be a little nippy when they're babies, but as you guys know, most snakes grow out of that, and it's not even that big of a deal. It's just one of them things that possibly could happen. I've had 4 ball pythons, and I've never had it happen. I've never been bit by a boa, ever. In my life. I've been keeping snakes for about 6 years now, and I have never, ever came across an aggressive boa. I'm not saying they're not out there, but however, I am saying in my own, what I've been through, I've never came across an aggressive boa. These guys are great pets, but however, the only reason I don't recommend them as a beginner pet is for two reasons. Number one, they're a little bit tricky to get your family used to because of their size. Now, however, you could get them when they're a baby, you know, and they're 12 to 18 inches, and just be like, yeah, look, I got a new snake, and as it grows, your family won't really care. But I don't recommend going out and picking up a big snake like this and bringing it home. Number two, she, like any large snake, is strong. She's pretty strong, and honestly, you don't want these big snakes around kids, especially kids who aren't familiar with snakes or don't know how to handle them. Because with her just holding on, it can be threatening to a child, and the child could think that they're trying to squeeze them or something like that. And as the child is trying to get the snake off of them, the snake is going to grip harder because the snake is scared of falling. It is not an aggressive act or anything like that. Boa constrictors are great pets. They are my favorite snake in the world. They are by far, to me, if you're looking for a big snake but you don't want a huge snake, a boa constrictor is perfect. They really are. I've never seen one over 12 feet, ever. And that's very rare, honestly. Yeah, guys, this is a little care video. Feeding-wise, as far as feeding goes, it's the same as a ball python or anything like that. As babies, up until a year old, you want to feed them an appropriate size rat or a mouse once a week. Don't power feed them. I want to feed them once a week, and then as they become older, like she is, after they're about a year and a half, 2 years old, you can go ahead and start feeding them every 2 weeks or every month. She gets a large rat once a month. I don't overfeed her at all. There's no need to. All my friends are like, oh, why don't you feed her a rabbit, blah, 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 because she's not at that size yet. She could eat one if she needed to, but there's no need to overfeed her. She's not fat. She's not thin. She's about perfect size for her age and gender and everything. But however, guys, if you guys have any questions or anything like that, feel free to comment or inbox me or whatever. And yeah, but that's pretty much it about Colombian red-tailed boas. There's not a lot to them. I do have a lot of people inboxing me all the time. Well, I want to get one, but I don't know how to keep it and everything else. So I thought this would be a good time to go ahead and make a video on that. And they love to chill out. Like, seriously, this girl would be out 24/8 if she could. She's not aggressive or anything, but I will tell you one thing. Other people do it. I've never done it. When it comes to feeding, a lot of people will use what's called the snake hook method. And what that is, and this is only if you feed them in their cage. You could take this cigarette pack right here and just touch her with it, you know, like this, just letting her know that it's not food time. Now, if you're going to feed her, you obviously just drop the rat in there and let her do her business. But that's going to save you the potential to getting bit. Now, I don't do that with this girl. What I do is I just reach in there and I pet her, you know, letting her know it's me, and she's fine. But a lot of people have the misconception that when they open their snake's cage, they go into feeding response. Well, that very well may be true. However, it's because you're not approaching the snake the correct way. So that's going to save you a little bit right there. As far as bedding goes, you can use newspaper, anything but cedar or pine. I can't remember which one, to be honest with you, but one of them is poisonous as hell to all reptiles and it'll kill them. I don't use cedar or pine. Right now she is on coconut husk that's ground up. I put that in there so it'd help her shedding a little bit. It keeps the humidity more and gives her something to rub up on and everything else, you know. So, and that's working out pretty good. You can use repticarpet, which is a carpet for reptiles. I mean, there's all sorts of different things you can pick up. As far as water, you want a dish that, well, obviously, you'd have to have a pretty big dish for her to put her whole body in. But you want to have some kind of water bowl that they can get at least half of their body in, to where they can soak and do whatever they need to do. And that's pretty much it as far as water goes. And they'll drink from it, of course, but... And then you can just add some accessories to your cage if you want, like fake plants, stuff like that, you know, to make it look nice or whatever. But anyways, guys, this is my little care video on Colombian red-tailed boas. 5 out of 5 stars as far as a pet goes. But if you feel like, if you've had experience before handling snakes, go ahead and get you a boa. I mean, they're not that much bigger than some of the other snakes out there. They're just more girthier. Like, you can tell, like, I mean... Obviously, my hand is on the thin part of her body, and I can't even wrap my whole hand around it. They're just wider, they're thicker, they're heavier, you know. But, I mean, she's probably about 20, 25 pounds. She's not that heavy, you know. But, anyways, guys, this is just a little care video, and if you guys have any more questions or anything I didn't cover that you were more interested about, just leave a comment or feel free to inbox me, whichever one makes you guys... You know, whatever you want to do, I don't care. But all right, guys, we'll talk to you later. Say bye, Rosie.